Hello and welcome to the Jag Review. We're going to review the season and see where we need to make improvements and um, changes with the switch back to All Pro. Um, so let's take a look at the schedule, see how the season went. So we started off not doing too bad. Couple losses to the Steelers and Jags, but wins against the Raiders, Browns, and Giants at 3-2 coming out the gate. After the bye, we had quite a few losses. Lost to the Bengals, Ravens, Eagles, Colts, Dolphins, Cowboys, and then Colts again before beating the Texans, Packers, and sim win against the Texans, um, or the Titans, I mean, and then ended on a two-game skid. Um, wasn't the greatest of seasons. So we had Fields with 2,942 yards, uh, 54% completion, 22 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. I don't like him as an all Madden quarterback. I think that he is great for all pro, but all Madden, there's just some statistics that he has that just aren't there. But we're going to roll with him through the next season and see if how well we can do with him on all pro. Rushing, Harris came out just under 1,000 yards rushing. Fields had 316 yards rushing. Bigsby 278. That experiment failed. Going to be letting him walk in the offseason. Definitely need some more speed in my running back room. Got plenty of power with Harris, but need a speed guy. Receiving, we had Addison with 1,128 yards, 7 touchdowns. Mitchell with 9 touchdowns, 888 yards. Rookie Crane, 3 touchdowns, 444 yards. I want to get him more involved in this next season. He seems to work really good out of the slot. I'm going to try to use him better. Blocking, we had a lot of sacks from the interior line. Um, had 11 from one guy, 9 from another guy in the inside, 4 from the center. Um, and also had 9 from the right tackle and 7 from my left tackle. Uh, Definitely feel like I need to improve that. That's a lot of sacks to be given up. Um, we did have pretty good defensive numbers, but we were giving up a lot of yards and a lot of points. Uh, had Jeremiah Kusamura with 4 interceptions and 3 sacks, middle linebacker. Andre Cisco, he was honestly felt like my top corner this season. He had 7 interceptions. Uh, Free safety Darnell Savage had 6 interceptions. Jair Brown, who I'm going to try to resign. He's uh, an impending free agent. They're going to try to resign him. He had 2 interceptions. Lattimore with 3 interceptions. He had Lloyd with four sacks. Hines Allen with 3.5. He had a slow start. Was suspended the first couple weeks. Uh, Rookie and Tamia Herrick. Uh, he had a pretty good rookie year. Not a great. 13 tackles for loss. 54 tackles in total. Um, but he was injured for a few weeks right off the rip. 8 sacks for Trayvon Walker. He's definitely my best sack person this season. Uh, 2 interceptions from Clark Phillips. Three and a half sacks from Mason Smith. Made a move. He was playing defensive tackle. I moved him out to right end. Um, gonna try to get a different defensive tackle for this season. Devon Hamilton, 2 sacks. Malfanu with a sack, which I'm assuming came off a safety blitz. Um, kicking was actually better for me with Cam Little than what it was the previous season with Will Reichard from Minnesota. Um, 14 to 17. He missed 3 field goals. He had 1 blocked. So even only 2 were missed that actually got off. Uh, Made 6 field goals. 6 for 6 on field goals at 49 yards. 1 for 3 at 50 yards. I felt like my kicking was a lot better with him. Kick return yards, there really wasn't anything. It was very crappy in my opinion for the kick return yards. I need to find somebody with some more speed to put back there. So now looking at the depth chart, we're going to be running with Fields again at quarterback. Either pick up a running back in the draft or in free agency with more than 90 speed, so we have somebody that can break away and get some big plays when need be. I'm pretty happy with the receiving core that I'll be having. Gabe Davis is a free agent. I think I got Gibson for another year. Crane is a rookie, so he's on a rookie contract. I think I got Mitchell under contract for another year. Just re-signed Addison this season. Tight ends. Mayer is a free agent. Going to let him walk. Herbert, I think I got a couple more years before he's off his free agent contract. So then we come to the offensive line. Left tackle Harrison, Anton Harrison. He will still be left tackle for now, unless something better comes available. Isaac, I can't even pronounce that name. Not going to try to. He's one guy that I would like to replace. Try to beef up the offensive line. But he's still at a overall where he's able to play still. Joe Tippmann. If I could find a better center, I could move him over to guard. He actually has a better overall when you put him at guard. But he did quite well in the middle. Between him and Harrison, they were my best 2 offensive linemen. McGray should be good for another season, and Tom should be good for another season. They're not hitting that. They shouldn't hit that big drop off yet for overalls for their age. I will be moving Trayvon hopefully out to one of the outside linebackers as I switch from a 3-4 to a 4-3, or no, from a 4-3 to a 3-4 defense. If the position change will allow it, I will do that. If not, I will have to pick up somebody else for edge rushing outside linebacker. Mason Smith, he's going to be the entrenched starter at the right end. He's a big boy. He's going to work really good for a defensive end for 3-4 defense. We do have Jefferson sitting here. He's a younger guy. I can use. He's definitely serviceable as a defensive tackle. I would like to either draft somebody or pick somebody up in free agency to play with him or replace him. That'll depend on what kind of salary cap I can free up. You got Hines Allen as an edge rushing outside linebacker. Um, I'm working on trading uh, Jeremiah Kusamura, try to free up some cap space, and he doesn't come with a cap penalty, as that's already been eaten up by his previous team. Then Antonio Herrick, rookie, X Factor rookie. Um, he's probably going to drop down to a star, but with 91 speed, 92 acceleration, uh, he's definitely worth putting in the starting lineup. And then I want to move Devin Lloyd over to middle linebacker with Herrick and get another edge rushing uh, linebacker to put with Hines Allen coming off the edge. Cornerback room. Lattimore's getting old. I need to get somebody to replace him um, so that I don't have to play him as much. Uh, and then Andre Cisco. This guy's been a beast for me. We got Savage. I would like to be able to resign Savage. If I can't, I can't, but definitely would like to be able to. Uh, if I'm able to pick up a couple more corners, I could move Cisco to the safety position. He's definitely got the speed and size for it. Um, and that's more the build that he has would be. But I think he'd be playing better as a safety. Jahir Brown, he's one of the guys that's coming up on free agency for me, and I would love to be able to re-sign him. He plays lights out at that strong safety position. He's seems to always be in the right spot. Um, Cam Little's still in contract, and Skylar Stockton is a rookie, so I got him under contract. Um, yeah, I feel the biggest needs of mine are corner, defensive tackle, and uh, outside linebacker. Um, one thing that I would like to improve is the running back position to get to get more speed in that position. If I can do that, I feel like I can make a run and compete with these guys at the top of the AFC. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. We can take a look at the mock draft, see what they have me taking at this point. Um, Tampa Bay with the left tackle is what they're saying. Defensive end for Raiders, defensive tackle for the Eagles. I doubt it, but a fullback for the Rams. I didn't like the receiving core um, in this draft. Didn't really have anybody with that killer speed. Uh, didn't look like it was. There wasn't that guy in this receiving or in this draft. Uh, got the Saints going with a wide receiver, which um, knowing Nate's team, I don't see that. I think he's got other holes that he would want to fill first. Uh, Left end for the Texans. Again, I don't know. He might put more into the defense. Offensively, he's one of the better guys on offense that we have. His defense seems to let him down though. Like it just, I don't know. It just seems like it's missing a piece or two. Um, has me taking AJ Glenn. Um, he is one of the guys on my draft board. but I would to say he would be the guy. Um, he wouldn't be my first choice. There's a couple other guys I like more than this guy. Um, I mean, he does have some really good stats. For me, the biggest concern I would have is he's short. And with a lot of these guys that I play in the South, I feel like I need a guy that's got a little bit more size to him. I mean, you got Bobby Freeman and Colin in at Tennessee. Those guys aren't short. You got McCullough and what's his name? Fredrickson. And for the Texans, or not for the Texans, for the Colts. And then for the Texans, you have the great Brandon DeMarco. Again, with all of his speed, it'd be nice to have that guy that's got a little more size to be able to get up and knock the ball away. Uh, so, although AJ Glenn has great stats over here, and he's got some really good man coverage skills, it would be his size I feel would be a downfall playing in the division I play in. Um, yeah, I think that there's a couple better guys out there for the style of defense I want to play and playing against some of the guys I got to play against twice a season. Um, but yeah, what the mock draft number 3 says I should take. Let's see, can I pop back to? Oh yeah, mock draft number 2. Mock draft number 2 says I should take that guy too. Mock draft 1 has me taking another guy that's um, kind of on the shorter side at 5'11". Not sure I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go with my first pick at this point. I just know that I have a couple different spots that I could use. I'm going to take my time and look at it all very equally. Overall, I feel like I have a pretty decent team. I'm just missing a couple pieces to be able to make that run to make my first OMFL playoff appearance. Um, with that, we're going to call it a day. And you guys have a great day and enjoy the OMFL playoffs. We got 2 guys representing the AFC South still in the game. And want to wish those guys some good luck. They both gave me a real run this season, and hopefully next season I can give them the same hard-fought games that they gave me. Peace.